Ash Missy's big character change in Georgie, and Mandy young Sheldon spinoff teased by EP. As young Sheldon draws to a close and hands the baton to its spin-off Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, one major character from the original series is already showing signs of a major transformation. According to executive producers of the upcoming show, Missy Cooper, Sheldon's spunky and rebellious twin sister, is undergoing a big character change, one that could redefine her entire trajectory within the Big Bang Theory universe. And if the teaser from the EP is anything to go by, this new version of Missy might become the emotional heart of the spinoff. The Missy Cooper we knew. In young Sheldon, Missy was the firecracker of the Cooper family. Witty, sarcastic, and more emotionally intelligent than her genius twin, Missy often brought a refreshing dose of realism and teenage rebellion to the Cooper household. Despite being sidelined in earlier seasons, Missy's arc matured as the show progressed, especially after the death of her father George Sr., which left a profound emotional impact on the entire family. While Sheldon was navigating grief intellectually and Mary turned to religion for solace, Missy became more emotionally volatile. Her pain turned inward and outward, showing itself through acts of rebellion, defiance, and emotional withdrawal. She was always the overlooked twin, someone who understood people far better than Sheldon did but received none of the attention. This simmering frustration was made worse after her father's death, pushing her toward emotional isolation. But in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, the EPs have hinted that we're going to see a more mature, evolved version of Missy, one shaped by tragedy, but driven by a new sense of purpose. EP teases a new role for Missy. In a recent interview, executive producer Steve Holland teased the big shift coming for Missy in the spin-off. Missy has always had a strong spirit, Holland said. But what we're going to see now is a young woman trying to redefine herself after a very turbulent few years. She's not just the sarcastic little sister anymore, she's someone who's trying to figure out what it means to be an adult in a world that's suddenly become a lot more complicated. According to Holland, Missy's storyline in the new show will reflect her struggle with identity, loss, and rediscovery. She'll be trying to find her place in a family that is moving on. Georgie is starting his own, Sheldon is off in college, and Mary's lost in her grief and faith. Missy is left to figure out where she belongs, and that's going to be a big part of the emotional engine of the show. What Missy's change means for the spin-off? The most interesting thing about Missy's transformation is how organically it aligns with the premise of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. The show will follow Georgie as he tries to build a family with Mandy while navigating the pressures of young parenthood, small-town life, and Cooper family baggage. In this setting, Missy has the potential to become a vital support character, not just a sassy sidekick, but a grounding presence who mirrors the emotional stakes of the show. She's also one of the few characters who can authentically relate to both Georgie and Mandy. As their peer, not a parent, not a child, Missy can offer real, nuanced perspectives, sometimes comedic, often heartfelt. And with her life more uncertain than ever, she may seek refuge in helping raise her niece Cease, giving her an unexpected sense of purpose. It wouldn't be surprising if Missy finds herself drawn into Mandy and Georgie's chaotic household, becoming a part-time babysitter, confidant, and even live an aunt. Her storyline could explore how taking care of someone else might help her heal from her own wounds, and how responsibility can be both a burden and a gift. Missy's potential career arc. In The Big Bang Theory, adult Missy appears only a couple of times, notably in Season 2 and later during Sheldon and Amy's wedding. She's presented as a bit scattered, a bit unlucky in love, and clearly estranged from Sheldon in adulthood. But there's plenty of room in her teenage years for unexplored growth. The spin-off could use this timeline gap to show Missy developing an ambition of her own, something that might not pan out, but still gives her direction. EP Holland hinted at this too. We're toying with the idea that Missy might want to leave Medford. She's always felt a little trapped, and now with her family fractured, she might be looking for something more, maybe college, maybe a job in Dallas, maybe something she hasn't even figured out yet. Missy could follow a path that juxtaposes Georgie's. While he's settling into adulthood earlier than expected, Missy could be yearning for freedom, to escape the small-town narrative and do something different. Whether she succeeds or not isn't the point, it's the attempt that gives her arc weight. Her relationship with Mandy. An unexpected dynamic that could shine in the spin-off is the developing bond between Missy and Mandy. The two didn't interact much in young Sheldon, but now that they're part of the same household orbit, there's an opportunity to create a compelling big sister/little sister relationship. Mandy is close in age to Missy, yet she's on a very different path, already a mother, engaged in a complicated relationship, and navigating adulthood while Missy is still in limbo. Their bond could become one of the show's most grounded and honest dynamics. Mandy might serve as a mentor of sorts, or the two could relate to each other through shared frustrations with the Coopermen. Either way, it's a dynamic ripe with potential, and one that could give Missy the emotional honesty she's been missing. Missy as the heart of the spin-off? Missy's growing importance to the spin-off is no accident. While Georgie and Mandy are the title leads, Missy may become the show's emotional compass, the character whose journey of self-discovery gives the show its broader coming-of-age arc. Where Georgie is dealing with responsibility and commitment, Missy is dealing with possibility and identity. Together, their arcs offer a full-spectrum look at what it means to grow up under extraordinary circumstances. Moreover, Missy's character evolution also reflects the maturing tone of the young Sheldon universe. The prequel started off as a quirky family comedy, but in later seasons, especially after George's death, it embraced more poignant, emotional territory. The spin-off seems to be continuing that trend, marrying light-hearted family chaos with real emotional stakes. Missy is perfectly poised to embody that balance. Rewriting her legacy in The Big Bang Theory. While The Big Bang Theory gave us only glimpses of Missy, the spin-off provides a chance to retroactively expand her character. If the writers play it right, the events of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage can add context to why Missy ends up where she does in adulthood, whether it's estrangement from Sheldon, failed relationships, or missed opportunities. But they can also plant seeds of strength, resilience, and self-awareness that were simply never shown in TBBT. This is a unique opportunity to enrich her legacy and redefine her role in the greater Cooper saga. The same way young Sheldon added emotional depth to Sheldon and humanized Mary and George SR, the spin-off could elevate Missy into a fan-favorite character far beyond the margins she once occupied. The future is female and fierce, with Mandy as a working mother, Mary finding her way as a single parent, and Missy on the verge of her own awakening. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage might quietly become the most female-forward Big Bang property yet. And Missy's arc will be central to that. Gone is the